Hello Ashford, this is Zach Newcomb.
Along with Ben Ingram, guest anchor and president of PBL, bringing you another week of Ashford Saints news.
Come by the Old Chapel tonight at 6 for AU Jams and their regular Friday night jam session. No musical experience is necessary to join in. AU Jams meets every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the same time and place.
Tonight in the Little Theater, Anime United is holding a free showing of the movie Evangelion 1.0. Food and drink will be provided. Come by at 8 o'clock for a good movie and a fun time.
Week 3 of men's football is tomorrow, starting at noon at South Campus.
This next week is WOC Week, sponsored by Ashford Group Women of Color. Numerous events will be held to commemorate this special week. The first one, Getting to Know Your WOC Girls, will run from 7 to 9 p.m. in the Student Center on Monday night.
3 other WOC programs will be held this week in the Student Center. The Value of a Woman, Struggles Woman's Face, and Knowing the True Meaning of Love. All the events will run from 7 to 9 in the Student Center on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, respectively.
Next Friday, WOC will close the week with a white attire party, held again in the Student Center, from 8 until midnight. What better way to cap off a week of education and empowerment than with a great party?
Cosmic Bowling starts this Monday at Clinton's Plaza Bowl. This event begins at 9:30 p.m. and will take place nearly every Monday for the rest of this semester.
SGA will be bringing hypnotist Doug McGraw to St. Francis Gym this Wednesday, October 10th. Be there by 7 for an evening of fun.
Next Saturday, October 13th, is Ashford's Fall Graduation Commencement Ceremony. To celebrate, all students are invited to a free commencement celebration event from 2 to 7:30 at Ashford University Field. This event is free, but make sure you have a wristband. Wristbands, you can get them beginning Wednesday, October 10th. The activities planned include numerous games, barbecue, and a fireworks display. There's no reason to miss out on this rip-roaring good time, so mark your calendar now.
And now over to Madeline Wright with Ashford Sports.
Hello sports fans, it's Madeline Wright here bringing you another week of Ashford Sports. Men's golf is on a hot streak for the 3rd consecutive tournament, and Ashford University men's golfer has emerged as the top individual. Hor Bolcom tied for medalist honors as Ashford University's second at the Grandview Classic. Women's soccer moves to 8-3 with a 1-0 win over Bethel College last Saturday. The number 16 ranked Ashford University men's soccer team continued its winning streak Saturday by posting a 4-0 victory over the number 19th ranked Trojans of Hannibal LaGrange University. Volleyball travels to Indiana today to take on the Indiana Institute of Technology. This is all for sports this week, so be sure to tune in next week for the latest in Ashford Sports.
And now here's Mac Log with your weekly video gaming update.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you come in. I'm Mac Laud, and this is the Video Game Weekly Update. For the week of October 5th, 2012, some of you might have realized I wasn't here the last week. Videos were a lot less loud, weren't they? Okay, moving right along. Releases for this week. Carrier Command Gaia Mission. From what I understand, this is a tactical RTS that you can also take control of any of your units at any time, making it an action shooter. NBA 2K13. Everyone knows my thoughts of these games. Moving right along. Nights into Dreams HD. This is an HD remake of the Sega Saturn game that came out in 1995, so anyone who was alive during then might enjoy this. Resident Evil 6 came out. Not a whole lot to say about this. I do like zombies, but this wasn't one of those good games, so we'll just skip it. Sonic Adventures 2. Sonic. War of the Roses. This is a PC game where you play as a knight and you fight other knights in PvP. That's player versus player for anyone who's not tech savvy. Pokemon Black and White 2. Anyone who's been keeping up with these games, I don't need to explain it. We'll just skip it and move right along to our stories this week. The PlayStation Vita might be getting a price cut. UK boss Fergal Gara, I'll put his name over here because my editor likes that. He was quoted at the European Expo saying, "We always aim to establish price cuts. So the question is not so much if, but when. We won't have an across-the-board price cut by Christmas, but you will see us working very hard with our retail partners to add value to our product." He goes on to hint that they might be possibly bundling the PlayStation 3 with the Vita, but we won't expect to see this by Christmas. I'm speculating probably mid-2013. So look for that price cut on that Vita and that bundle. That's a really good buy. My next story this week, the Xbox 360. If you're a subscriber to the Xbox Live Rewards and you have a gamer score above 25,000, you're in luck. Xbox is now offering a 2% rebate to any gamer who has a gamer score over 25,000. If your gamer score is over 10,000, you will get a 1% rebate. And if your gamer score is 0 to 3,000, you get a special gift on your birthday. The gifts have been quoted at being 25 cents. What's my gamer score again? Oh yeah. This has been Mac Log reporting. See you guys later.
And here's your weekend weather.
Here's Ashford's own Ben Headley with this week's edition of Ben's Corner.
Ben's Corner. Ben's Corner.
Ben's Corner.
Ben's Corner.
Ben's Corner.
Ben's Corner. Ben's Corner. Ben's Corner.
Good afternoon, Ashford Saints media fans. This is Ben Headley bringing you another rendition of Ben's Corner. I don't know about you, but it's been a really stressful week. So when I feel stressed, one thing I like to do is watch movies. I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite movies today. It's called The Terminator. It's so awesome. Pretty much what happens is it starts out with this girl named Sarah Connor, who lives in, I think it's either San Diego or San Francisco, someplace in California. But anyway, she goes and finds out, like through the news and stuff and watching TV, that 2 other girls named Sarah Connor have been killed. And so she looks in the phone book and she's next. And so she's starting to freak out and everything. And she goes to this bar called Tech Noir with her best friend, you know. And right as this dude's about to like shoot her and stuff, which ends up being Arnold Schwarzenegger, right as he's about to shoot her, this dude tackles her out of the way and whisks her off to safety, telling her that her unborn child is going to save the planet. And it's super awesome. And actually, one of my other favorite things about it is that they made a comic book series about it, Terminator 2029. It's really cool. Actually, it might even be a little bit cooler, just because like you can't carry around a DVD with you and watch Terminator, but I can take this anywhere and read it, you know what I mean? So, comic books are awesome. Terminator is awesome. This has been Ben's Corner reminding you, stay classy. Read comics, de-stress.
Now it's time for this week's episode of Dorms!
Yeah!
Hi Ashford, doing dorms in the BW, room 317, Brandon Lambius. You in, Brandon? Hey Brandon.
Hey, what's up, man?
Alright, walk me into your room.
Alright, well, this is my room.
Okay.
Here's the bathroom area.
Okay, looks pretty nice and clean.
This is where my main area of studyage. Over here where I spend a lot of time just doing homework, reading.
So you have a mega desk.
Mega desk, definitely. It's one of the best parts of this room is the mega desk right there.
So is it worth it to be an RA? You get a mega desk?
Definitely
Big, yeah, plenty of room for activities, I see.
for activities.
Yeah. You guys gonna start doing some yoga in here or Zumba?
Zumba for sure.
Yeah, you have some Zumba classes?
going. Yeah, so over here I got my TV.
Okay.
37-inch Vizio.
There you go. PlayStation 3, rocking that.
PlayStation 3,
That's
yes,
where it's
sir.
at.
Got my speaker system right there that I made out of a toolbox.
You made this.
Made that, yes sir.
It's very impressive.
Four
Yeah.
speakers right there.
Rocking the old iPod. Is that
Yep.
8 gigs?
Yep, 8 gigs.
Wow.
Yeah. Got a
Sorry, what's going on over here?
up there.
Yeah.
That'd be my bed.
Okay.
It's kind of high up there. I know I like to jump, high jump, run track
Yeah.
and field. So
Okay.
got it up there. All right, down here's made a little couch out of another bed.
Okay.
So just kind of come back here and just.
So is that where all the cool people hang out?
Yep, right there. See right there.
Oh, it seems kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of far back,
but
but it's a work in progress. Work in progress.
Okay. Do you play guitar? I see you have a guitar.
I do play a little bit of guitar. I'm teaching myself.
Could you play us like a chord, real quick?
Yeah, I probably could.
Your favorite chord?
Definitely my favorite chord.
Oh.
Let's see. Just play some right there. Right?
Sounds in tune. That's always a plus.
It is definitely in tune.
Alrighty.
So yeah.
All right. What's your favorite thing in this room? One item.
Favorite thing in this room would probably be my speaker system, just
Wow.
because it's my pride and joy that I made myself. So.
Yeah. Not Dragon Ball Z poster.
Ooh, well, yeah.
I see.
I've had that since.
There's not too many fans of Dragon Ball Z that have posters.
I've had it since I was in 3rd grade, actually.
Wow.
So it's
So
lasted the years.
Man, that's an antique.
Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. Yep.
All right.
My Venom over there, holding up my books. If you want to take a look at
This
that.
is that's your book holder.
Yeah, Venom. Yep, he's my book holder.
Wow.
Yeah, so
It's pretty rocking.
pretty cool. Yeah, got my bike that I've ridden once this semester so far.
It seems like a very nice bike.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Once you rode it one time.
One time this semester. Yeah, I have a lot going on in the morning, so too early. Not fun waking up at 6 a.m. to ride a bike.
No, that would not be fun.
Nope.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get out of your hair. Can I get the room 317 sign off?
Yep. All right, it's the BWD, room 317. Yeah. Out.
Here's Charlie Holsinger with Chuck's Movie Reviews.
Hey moviegoers! Welcome to this week's episode of Chuck's Movie Reviews. The movie I'm reviewing this week was introduced to me with regards from fellow Saints media member Mac Laud. And it's one heck of a movie, an action movie from Indonesia to be precise. The Raid Redemption is by far one of the best action movies I've seen in recent memory. And here's why. In short, The Raid is about a novice cop, Rama, on his first SWAT mission. Along with a 20-man squad, they need to infiltrate an apartment block and take down the cruel and unforgiving crime lord, Tama Riata. But this highly trained SWAT team is in for a surprise. Tama is no pushover, and his brutal and inhumane tactics of killing are more than the team of cops can handle. This movie is as good as action movies get, at least for what is most demanded. Pure, creative, and intense action scenes that will blow your mind. And with a crazy brawl happening nearly every second of the movie, pure action fans are in for a treat. Sadly, for those who enjoy a good story-driven action movie, this movie doesn't deliver as greatly in that category. The plot takes too long to unfold, and the movie often leaves you confused until later in the story. The entire setting and plot was creative though. It just lacked order and felt slightly jumbled. But here's the verdict, guys and gals. See this movie if you ever just want to see pure, intense, grotesque action. The flair of this movie kept me interested until the very end, and with plenty of super cool shots, both cinematically and figuratively, see this movie. You won't be disappointed.
This week we got something special for the news. We are going to bring you a new segment we would like to call Today in Politics. This is brought to you by Lauren Thatcher.
Hey Ashford, this is Lauren Thatcher. As you hopefully know by now, this year is an election year. The most important race going on this year is the presidential race, but of course there are all sorts of elections going on for other senatorial and congressional spots. But I am here to tell you, the Ashford student body, how to get yourself all registered to vote this year. If you'd like to pre-register yourself for the election this year, visit sos.iowa.gov. This is for if you are claiming residence in Iowa, which you can do even if you are a freshman. There is no required limit of time that you're supposed to spend in a certain place in Iowa before registering to vote as an Iowa resident. Now, Election Day this year is on Tuesday, November 6th, 2012. If you like, you can register yourself to vote that day at the designated polling spot. As Ashford residents, our spot for voting is at the Clinton County Courthouse, which is that big, gigantic green building just a few blocks down from the campus here. The address for that is 612 North 2nd Street. Now, to register for voting that day, You need at least one form of identification that may or may not have your address on that. Identification can include an Iowa high school student ID or Iowa college student ID. You being Ashford students, you can use your Ashford student ID card for that. If you, for some reason, don't have your ID card, you can use a Iowa non-driver ID, like a state identification card, or an out-of-state driver's license or state identification card, or a United States passport, military ID, or employer identification card. Now, this piece of ID must have your photograph on it so they can prove that you are who you say you are. You also need some item that has your address on it. If it's not on that card, you can use the following items: a residential lease, a utility bill, including a cell phone bill, a bank statement, a paycheck, or any government check or document that has your name and address on it. If you have none of these, you can go down with someone who is registered to vote in your precinct. However, they must swear an oath that you are who you say you are and you are not committing voter fraud. This can get you some prison time if you decide to get cute and play a little scam on the government there, so keep that in mind. Now, if you would like to register before Election Day, because early voting is going on right now, it's required that you fill out an absentee ballot. You can get that online at sos.iowa.gov/elections. Under that, go for the category marked voters. Under that, go for voter registration. You'll find all the forms you need to print off or email to yourself or the required party. Once you print off your absentee ballot, mail that to P.O. Box 2957, Clinton, Iowa 52732. That is meant for Eric Van Lanker, the Clinton County Auditor. You can go in person to his office at 1900 North 3rd Street or down to the courthouse, as I said, at 612 North 2nd Street if you'd like to register in person for your absentee ballot, or you can mail that in to the addresses given. If you were a convicted felon, if you were certified by a court as being mentally unfit to vote, or you are already claiming the right to vote in a different state, say if you live in Illinois but you're trying to vote in Iowa without giving up your Illinois voters' rights, you are not fit to vote in Iowa. Sorry about that. But as soon as you get those absentee ballots in, you can vote anytime between now and November 6th. Just make sure you get yourself pre-registered by 10 days before November 6th to fill in an absentee ballot. Otherwise, as I said, you can register yourself to vote right there on the spot. Also, on Tuesday, Republican vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan came through Clinton and gave a short speech down on the courthouse lawn. I was there for that and got a bit of footage, so here's some of that for you.
Just picking the next president for the next 4 years. We are picking what kind of country we're going to be, what kind of people we're going to be for an entire generation. That's the stakes of this election. We cannot afford 4 more years like the last 4 years. We need real reform to get this economy in gear, to get people back to work, to get the country back on the right track. And the way we do that is we elect Mitt Romney, the next president of the United States. The Obama economic agenda failed, not because it was stopped. It failed because it was passed. We have offered very specific pro-growth solutions to get our economy in gear. We can have a dynamic pro-growth economy that fosters independence and opportunity versus a stagnant economy that fosters dependency. That's the clear choice in this race. Do we want stagnation or growth? Do we want dependency or opportunity and upward mobility? The difference will be settled in this election. We have a debt crisis on our horizon. This debt crisis is the most predictable economic crisis we have ever had. And the president has not done a single thing to prevent it. In fact, he is spending us closer toward a debt crisis. Our debt per person was $36,000 when the president came in. It's $51,000 now. That's a 45% increase in our share everyone's share, every man, woman, and child's share of debt in this country. We need to grow the economy and get people back to work. We need to cut wasteful Washington spending, and we need to reform these programs that are going into debt without harming those people who are already benefiting from those programs. That says it pretty well right there, doesn't it?
Well, Ashford, that's all I have for you this week on voter registration. If you need any more information, as I said, go to sos.iowa.gov/elections. Tune in next week, and I'll have some information on the candidates for you in this upcoming election. And remember, it is your patriotic duty to this country as a resident to vote. Good night.
Well, Saints, that's all the news we have for you this week. This is Zach Newcomb.
Along with Ben Ingram. Be sure to tune in next week for more great news and even greater people. It's 7. Tonight in the Little Theater, Anime United is... Please don't mind the flock of geese.